far out do you want this?
Like to where that other one is. That's fine.
Alright. Good job. You start off and I'll start all over there.
Is that a P226?
This is a, yeah, so the 226 Navy edition. So it's especially coated, there's different springs and stuff like that. That's why it's good this stuff. Yeah. It's for like the Navy uses this a lot.
I wanted to see how big it was, so I'm glad.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. Yep, I just push it out in front of you like so. Yep, there you go. Take your time. We gotta put 10 around. Push this button right here. So, gonna take this one. Slide it all the way up in until it stops. Now just pull it back and release it. Now when you do it for real, what you want to do is you want to just let it go. You want to let it ride itself forward. But that's fine. You're unless I miscount.
Oh no, it's just only an option.
You guys got 15? Anything else? I'm good. Do it. You want to hold it, pull it out, hold it like this so you index this around in case it's gone.
Anybody look at some stuff up there and try to figure out what he wants.
Yeah, instead of going. The weight of it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got everything.
To the left a lot, huh?
No, actually, it looks really good from where I'm standing. It looks like most of them are in the 10 ring, a couple in the 9s. That's excellent.
I can feel the power, but it doesn't like overcome me. What if there was like a 40, 50?
40, so the difference is you're going to see a 45 is going to be a little less snappy, a little bit less climb, but it's going to come back a little bit firmer. A 40 is a bit snappier than that, it's going to come up a little higher.
So it depends on the casing, how big it is.
It depends on the cartridge and the weapon, but sometimes a bigger cartridge isn't necessarily harder to control. It really depends on the weapon and the type of cartridge. Like the 45 is a bigger cartridge, but it doesn't travel as fast, and I find that it pushes back straight and smooth. Yeah, so it's not as, whereas the 9 and the 40 tend to snap up.
So for a 45 would be like pretty good.
Yeah, but 9, if you're looking to buy a gun, I would recommend 9mm, and I'll tell you why. Because when it comes to handguns, it's all about shot placement. There are very rare instances where one cartridge would have made a difference. Rifles, that's not always the case. Rifles are much more destructive than handguns. It's really about the G. It's something important. A little bit bigger, a little bit smaller isn't going to matter. If you hit something important, that's what's going to matter. So at 9mm, you're going to get more capacity. Usually a little bit easier to control. The main thing is the ammo is going to cost you half as much, which means you're going to practice more, which helps a lot. The one thing you might look at, for example, the SIG has a high bore axis. It's got a steel frame, which a lot of people like. It gives you a nice firm control. But that bore axis can also make it recoil. The lower the bore axis, the closer the barrel is to where your finger is, the more control you're going to have.
I just heard that the SIGs have pretty good quality.
Oh, SIGs are good quality, yeah.
Well, I mean,
you really can't. If you stick with a good manufacturer, you're in pretty good shape. Glock, SIG, Smith & Wesson MP, HK USP, Steyr, stuff like that. You're in pretty good shape. You can get a great 45. There's some great 45s out there. If you go into the 1911 market, which is the old school 45s.
well, yeah, the 1911s. Why are they called 19? Because there's some 6 1911s. And there's some
Yes, SIG makes 1911s. Yeah, it's a style of weapon that was designed in 1911.
Oh, okay. So it's just a design?
It's a particular way that it shoots, yeah, particular design. And the 1911s are great. However, 1911s do usually require a little bit more maintenance, or they'll fail you. I don't know about the SIG ones. I think the SIG ones are supposed to be really reliable. Most of the high-end ones are, but there's just something to think about.
This is a 226. Huh?
This is a 226.
And then the newer model is a 229.
I don't know, actually. I don't know my SIGs very well. We do have some for sale, I know that.
Yeah, 226, I think.
Yeah, the 226 is a good gun. Now, something to be aware of with the 226, let's say, is there's no safety. However, it's a double action. We call it DA, double action only. So what happens is double action is where you pull the trigger and the hammer goes back, it fires. Now, it is also a semi-auto, so once it fires, it resets the hammer cord. So your next trigger pull is shorter and lighter. But that very first trigger pull in this position is a long, heavy trigger pull.
Okay, so all this time I've been shooting
Single action, so yeah. Shooting it.
So that's a safety feature.
Yeah, and then of course, if it's cocked, lower the hammer by pushing that down. Now, like a Glock or a Smith, there is no hammer. It's called safe action, and it basically it's a little different. The safety is built into the trigger, kind of like a revolver.
It kind of looks modern, more modern.
Yeah, I guess. And then there's guns, like the 1911 is a single action only. So with that gun, you have to have this cocked, but you have to put the safety on. Because if you don't, the gun will go off.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's
Somebody who's familiar with it. That's the
right.
way to
You
switch.
need to know how to carry that one. And then there's guns that are single action and double action. You know,
Wow, that's good.
that is excellent. That is absolutely excellent.
Awesome. I've only shot once in my life before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good.
Thanks.
That was
You want to play
fantastic.
with mommy and pretend that one's mine?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you the credit, of course. But it's on video, so you can't.
I'll tell you what, that's better than most cops that we have out in the street right now. I'm not even kidding.
Good to know. Good to
I
know.
watch a lot of them shoot and I go,
Yeah.
oh my God.
They're not patient.
Most of them aren't gun guys. They're just not. You know, to them it's just something that they have to carry.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It requires a lot of patience.
and it requires practice. You know, it requires practice. But yeah, patience helps. But I mean, yeah, practice. You got to go to the range. You got to try. That's why I said, if you do get something, buy your ammo in bulk. It costs more money that way. You know, buying 1,000 rounds is going to cost you $200-300. But the amount of money you're going to save versus buying boxes of 50, it's well worth it. And
Going with a 9mm, it'll be way worth it.
it'll be cheaper. It'll be cheaper. And then the other thing is, I always recommend, like, if you're going to get a CCW or something like that, go ahead and get it. It's real easy to do. Get your CCW, but try to work into your budget a training course, even if it's just a one-day training course.
Yeah.
Because they'll teach you the proper way to shoot the weapon. They'll teach you how to clear malfunctions.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because when you need to clear a malfunction in real life, like when you're here and it malfunctions, you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
If you're actually fighting for your life, you need to know right then and there what you need to do to get that weapon
Once I learned how to use that
back into action.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
And that's important.
You gotta take a class. That's what.
I recommend it.
The,
That's fine.